can you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yes, Mr. Nirujan.
So good morning, everyone. There was a slight confusion in my timing. So anyhow, so guys, I start with some picture with some roads. Just guess why I put this photo. For a while, I'll give it to you all. So between that, I just go to second slides. It's all about my profile. Anyway, she already explained my profile, so I don't need to spend time on explaining about my profile. So I'm moving back to the first slides. Anyway, that is detailed into this one. Okay, guys, you have two roads. Which road you are going to take? Is it an open discussion or like?
Yes, you can ask questions. Yeah. You can ask specifically from people as well.
Okay.
Language, no
anyway, I'll put it for an open forum. We have two roads. We can go on the road with traffic, or we can go on the road with less traffic and smooth. Ne katiya yanne eko traffic road එකේ නැත්නම් traffic නැති road එකේ. මොකද කරන්නේ? Normally what we do is everyone follow the same route what others do, right? එක්කෙනෙක් යන පාරනේ අනිත් අය යන්නේ නේ. ඔරාල් පොර පාතක පිටනලා ඉන්නොරාලම් පොරද? ඉලියා. So that's the mistake all of us doing. So in order to avoid that only I wanted to present when Mr. Dr. Lasit Gunawardena was asking me. So there are several roads.
Sorry, Nirujan, excuse me for a second. I think your presentation is running, but it's on the not on the slide mode. Yeah, maybe it's on the we are sharing the PowerPoint deck.
Okay.
All right, great.
So normally what we do is we follow the same road what others follow, but we don't know there is a route without traffic. So we should follow that route. But what the issue is like none of us are telling us. You all should thank to Dr. Lasit Gunawardena for giving this kind of opportunity to like get some ideas. Don't follow like even I am telling you okay, these are the good roads. Take that as a point. Even like there are several presenters, they will come and present to you. Take those and select the best part which will reach your destination very easily without any traffic. Okay, so I put some like pictures. There are three different type of pictures. Okay, guys, tell me what are these three different sets of pictures. One is from right side, one is from left side, and other one is from the bottom. Okay, this is an open question.
I think audit firms, consulting firms, all these brands are there.
Yeah, basically three setups. So what is in the right side? So, okay, let me explain. In the left side, you know, Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, EY. All four we call it as Big Four. In the right side, there also audit firms, but we call as mid-tier firms, right? And the bottom is there are two firms. Basically, they do consultings. Why I share this one? There are opportunities for us. If you have this kind of brands in your profile, this will give you more value. Let's say if you start with a career one of these places, definitely you have more potential. Wherever you go, if some employer see this profile, you will have more visibility, or like it will give more eye-catching to the employer. So let me explain what are the opportunities available in these firms. Okay, before moving those opportunities, so why we need to select these firms? These firms are not like local firms. මේ firms තියන්නේ ලංකාව විතරක් නෙමෙයි, රටවල 100 ගානට තියන්නේ නේ, 150ක් වගේ තියන්නේ. இது 150 நாடுகளுக்கு கிட்ட இருக்கு. Normally, like it's not like Pereira and Company or Iyer and Company or something. It's a well-established firms. All around the world, it's known, right? So if you have someone, they know this is the quality of the firms. So this is the thing they have learned. They are capable enough to do. Not only the brand name, within the firm itself, they have methodologies. If you go there, they are started with introduction programs, they have career paths, they have learning opportunities, training programs, even in various aspects. Even these days with artificial intelligence and digital technologies, they are introducing development part also. So you can learn everything. That's the opportunity. Even let's say if you're going on IT career, you want to get some business knowledge, you can go to risk consulting, you can go to audit and assurance. So there are various paths. Okay, let me explain the opportunities. Basically, when it comes to IT, right, we are IT plus business graduates, undergraduates now, you guys, right, 4th years. But once you complete your degree, you will be a graduate with IT and IT plus business. Basically, this option is rarely available in the market, but has high demand. What we do is we follow what others do, as I mentioned earlier. Let's say if someone is started with chartered accounting, ACCA or CIMA, we will go behind that. Like other friends are starting with some other qualification exams, they will go behind that. No, we have a potential, we have a clear path without any competitions, without any issues, we can go. We have high demand. When you go into big four firm, you have a high demand. Because when you, let's say you studied only business administration or finance or marketing, you only know that. But so many people, not only from Javarthanapura, not only from Kalani or Colombo, all around the island, there are enough supply. But for IT plus business, even for IT, let's say IT also, you have Moratuwa, Pradenia, or like so many external things, so many things are available, so many suppliers. But you don't have enough supply for IT plus business, right? So this is a good opportunity, this is a good program. So you have learned the foundation. Don't expect everything from the university, but they put the foundation. It's already there. So you need to use this as a big opportunity and grab the opportunity from the market. So think about IT plus business opportunities. Specifically, IT plus business opportunity can be gained from audit firms. That's why I choose audit firm platform, where even I have experience, so I'm presenting it. Okay, so in audit firms, they have various services. One side is like consulting or audit or review perspective. Other one is implementations. Implementation is specifically for product basis. You may heard about SAP, you may heard about Oracles, you may heard about Microsoft, Salesforce, Workday. Workday means you may heard about all those things, rarely heard about Workday, right? When you go some career portal, you open, like create an account and you apply for jobs, right? Those are built by career Workday. Okay, anyway, let's come to opportunities in consulting side. Consulting side, cyber security and privacies. Okay, cyber security means don't bother about the wordings, don't panic about the wordings, it's nothing. Only the 10% is hardcore technology, but around 90% is process. Basically, security is not alone technology, it's alone process. How you manage the process, that will bring you to the proper security level, right? So you can we can go to cyber security, and when you got into that place, you will learn a lot. With the knowledge of that, you can even improve your even hardcore technical skills, right? Yeah. So next is the data analytics part. Anyway, we learn some databases and all, right? Database conceptual. Yeah, you need to use that basic concepts to build up the career in data analytics. Even cyber security, we learn networking, we learn, I think we had some IT audit something also in program. I noticed, I don't know whether what's in the current syllabus. So you have some basis with the basics, even develop whatever the other subjects also, business analytics, even you learn about networks, you learn about programming, etc. So those are enough for you guys to get into even cybersecurity, right? Emerging technology, you may heard about artificial intelligence, robotic process automations. Yeah, for this, yeah, you need little bit of development skills. Even that, some of you guys are interested in developing, right? Development. So someone wants to go into development, don't go like others. Just go to some companies and do some development and join that path. What will happen? Yes, you will be a software engineer forever. Nowadays, like conceptual changes, technology upgrades. So this kind of conceptual will take you to a different level. Other one is the managed services. What managed services? Basically, these days, most of the companies are going for concepts of like outsourcing or co-sourcing. Let's say managing the staff, it's some of the companies thinks, not some of, most of the companies thinks as a difficult task. So what they do is, because various things. Now, let's say earlier days, most of you heard about Microsoft programs, right? So MCSC, MCP and all it came. Why? It's for Microsoft platforms. But later, now it's Azure came with cloud platform. Whoever had the certification in Microsoft, MCP, MCSC and all those things are not valid, right? Not valid in the sense you cannot use it for longer run once everyone's moved to Azure cloud. So technologies are getting changed. For example, only I told you, technologies are getting changes. When it comes to firms, they have up-to-date knowledge. They do researches. They give that researchers and the knowledge to the staff. So that will give more efficient and effective way of managing the things. So basically, like the functions like cybersecurity or IT risk management. Even some of the companies do IT audits also outsource. So you will get opportunity from different companies, maybe bank, maybe telecom, maybe big groups, right? Some automotive companies. So these opportunities are there in these firms. And technology strategies and enterprise architecture. Basically, architecture, don't worry about architecture. It's basically how the design of the network or our infrastructure should be, right? Where the web application should be placed, where our core database should be placed, how we manage the external IPs, right? That design, you don't need to do the cabling or place the hardware or anything. It's just about conceptual establishment. Okay, and this technology strategy, basically like what we do is in our countries, basically IT is working on their own agenda, business is doing their own agenda. There is a gap. That's why when you see in our companies, organization, there is a inefficiency. When you go to some government banks, so if you sit in the counter, you will sit it for a while, for 1 hour or 2 hours, even sometimes 2.5 hours or 3 hours. Why? It's an inefficiency. What they do is IT implemented some hardware with high cost. Management doesn't want to change that because they already invested. And business, they want to do the business in their own way. There the gap is. So in order to avoid that gap, these consulting firms are providing consulting services. What kind of IT infrastructure you need to have, what kind of strategies you need to develop, where you need to host. Some of them are saying, okay, I don't have infrastructure. Go for a cloud solution, infrastructure as services, or software as a services, or platform as a services. This kind of strategies, this kind of thinking that you can gain from audit firms, right? Any questions from audit firm or until this point?
I think it's no, Mr. Nirujan. They still haven't posted any question. Maybe at the end of the session, we can give him some time to ask.
Yo, okay. Next thing is opportunities in corporate companies, right? There are various opportunities in corporate companies for IT graduates, but the item which I highlighted in red colors, these functions or these processes, there are so many supplies from the market. like graduates from even this, they are doing this HND, right? BTech HNDs. They also can do those tasks. So you cannot differentiate yourself. You cannot differentiate yourself. So only where you can differentiate yourself is in items highlighted in green color. 1 minute. Sorry. So item highlighted in green colors. There we have opportunities. For that, what you need to have is you need to get the foundation from proper place. You get the proper foundation from big four firms or some mid-tier firms. Get that solid foundation and get into these departments. That will give more career growth and give more opportunity to learn. Let's say if you go into, let's say you go as a system administrator. What you will do, you will manage the system. You will do some user creation. You will take some backups, or you will take some queries. You will run some queries, right? You will design some reports. That's all done. When you go as a network administration, what you will do? You will manage some switches. You will manage some servers, or you will configure some, even maximum level. You will configure some firewall rules. That's all. You are done, right? When you go as a even as a change management guy, what you will do is only for specific change you do some review class, right? So when it comes to IT governance is the full, like, where the full visibility of the IT department is available for you all. There's the two things: information security governance and IT governance. Now I'm talking about IT governance. Let's say you got into IT department, you will have full visibility of IT department. What is their strategy? What kind of activities they are doing? How you are handling this process? How you are controlling the process? What kind of control mechanism implemented in the process? All those things are established in the IT governance process. So to get into that process, you need to have some experience from an audit firm. If you right away you get into this position as a trainee or something, to reach to some level, let's say manager or head of the department, it will take like around 10 to 15 years. So if you start with an audit firm, and you can straight away join to these places as assistant manager or manager without no issues, and your career growth is very speed, right? Okay, that is from IT department. When it comes to risk management, this really, you guys heard about risk management, right? In Sri Lankan context, I don't know whether it's really, some of the banks and some of the telecommunication are having proper governing structures in Sri Lanka, but the risk management is core. We do call it as defense in depth in 3 levels. Okay, first is basically IT for IT departments, second risk management, third internal audit. So okay, you guys will learn in later when you go for opportunities or works or internship. You will learn about these 3 level defense of defense in depth. Okay, in information security governance, in the sense, you may heard about IT security policies, IT KPIs. You may heard about standards, ISO 27000. All these processes are handled through IT security governance function. Even like how the user creation should be processed, how you should monitor the logs of the user activities, all those things are covered through information security functions. And the second part is IT risk management. IT risk management is basically assess the risk. It's a different concept. You guys will learn when you do like CISA or when you do CISSP, these concepts in detail. So these information security governance, IT risk management, IT security compliance, these areas, you not only you need IT knowledge, you also need some business knowledge. You cannot just blindly do IT risk management if you know some, let's say, hardware very well, or you know about firewall very well. No, you need to have some business understandings. If you say this asset is critical, you cannot blindly say it's critical because of this product, or how I invested in this much. No, you need to ask what are the functionality in the business using, right? Why it's critical for the business. In the business perspective, you need to evaluate. In order to do that, you need to have a business background also. Let's say you have business background, but if you don't know IT, you cannot do this risk assessment. So if you have both this combination, you already have it. So it will help you to go in this kind of career path. Even when you go as a functional consultant, even the IT departments, basically these days you may heard about SAP, right? I already explained in the earlier slide, SAP, Oracle, right? All these functions, these are ERPs you may heard about, you may study. So these, let's say the operational side business is telling, okay, this is my operation. I need three-way matching. Oh, I need this PO should be automated. This approval workflow should be automated. But when you go and talk to IT, they will say, what is this automation? What kind of flow you want, right? So I didn't understand, because those developers are from IT background, right? So in order to bridge the gap, the studies you have made, or the foundation the University of Free Jawaharlal gave you through this degree program, definitely help you to bridge that, and to create a high demand for your own profile is always there. Okay, so next is internal audit. When it comes to internal audits, it covers everything. Specifically in IT audits, it covers all the applications which is handled by these system administrators or system development team and everything. And infrastructure, it covers all the infrastructure management, network administrators or other administrators, and it covers all the processes. It covers everything. So if you learn about, let's say if you are specialized in one platform or one infrastructure, you know only that platform. But when you do IT audits, you will touch all the platforms. You will have that visibility, you will have that exposure in everything, not only application, not only infrastructure, not only process, you will learn everything. That's the good opportunity from IT audits. But in order to get the knowledge of these areas, or specifically all IT domains, the degree program, what you guys learn, what we learn, is definitely helping you all to achieve and to have a high demand and high profile in your CV. Okay, these are the salary scales. It is not average, it's a minimum salary. Yeah? So when you got into one audit firms, if you want to grow in audit firms, or when you got into audit firm and you work for some levels, and if you're moving to industry, these are the salary scales locally and internationally, which is available for graduates like us, but it won't come to you like blindly. මේක තමයි salary එක ලංකාවේ හරි international හරි යනවනම් මේ කොලම් දෙකකින් මම දාලා තියෙන්නේ මේක average එකක් නෙමෙයි මේක minimum. இதான் நார்மலா local marketல சரி internationalல சரி நாங்களுக்கு opportunity ஒன்று இருந்தா கிடைக்க போற சம்பளம். But அது சும்மா கிடைக்காது, right? We don't get it just like that. We need to put some efforts. First, we need to select the good employee. In the sense, the place where you are starting your career, choose the best place that will reach you to these figures. Even let's say you didn't have the opportunity to start your career in like during your internship period, but you need to put some effort to get into these places, to well-established places. I'm not telling audit firms, even some companies also. When you go to John Keel's, when you go to Hemas, or when you go to Attune, right? There are opportunities where you can grow. There are alternative ways also. I don't know, it's enough to explain in the shorter term, but there are so many opportunities. So learn about those opportunities and match with your skills, match with your competencies, see your targets. Let's say if you want to do government jobs, yes, you don't need to worry about anything. Just you can stay and get some government jobs and make as a fixed asset to the government. But if you want to grow in your career, if you want to have some vision, if you see some big picture, you can. There are opportunities, even especially in Sri Lankan markets, especially for us. When you go to some audit firms, definitely take you, but you need to demonstrate your skills. And if you want to develop, you can easily get into, but to grow to this level, you need to demonstrate your skills as well. So to do that, what are the requirements? You need to do some certifications. How many of you all heard about ISACA or CISA? You know, there are programs from ISACA also for students. Normally for the membership for others, it's somewhere around $150 or something, but students, they are giving it to $15 or something. If you have some undergraduate degree program, you need to get some letter from the department head that you need to upload it. You will get it for $15, which is somewhere around 3,000. Yes. So it's one Mahabula. So you can, if you register in those bodies, especially ISACA, specifically for us, okay, you will get the basic understanding of how IT audit works, how IT risk works, how information security works, how IT governance works. There are 4 certifications. Normally standard certification, now they introduce one certification for privacy. Don't touch into privacy, risk and all. First learn about CISA, because you guys already know business backgrounds, auditing, some sort of auditing knowledge. So it start with CISA. So it's free, it's $15 only for the student membership. Once you complete your degree program, you will not get it for that cost. It will cost you somewhere around $150. It is almost 30,000. So use this opportunity and register with these bodies and learn the basics. There are so many articles from them, and try to do the exams. There are so many videos from YouTube also. Nowadays, one Indian guy called Prabhat Nair, he is doing some YouTube channel. It's really good. It will give you to learn so many basic concepts of CISA, and if you go through the CISA manual, you can do it. Okay, so you need to have professional certifications. It's kind of a packaging your product. Let's say if you are a product, the certifications are packaging. Even the brands you have in your profiles are also packagings, right? In addition to that, if you want to go into top levels, do some professional exams like BCS, one of them, ACCA. Yeah, ACCA CMA, I'm not telling don't do it. Do it as an alternative. Even if you are doing okay, fine, but once you complete it, select some certification, alternative way, where you can differentiate yourself. Without differentiation, you cannot reach to some bracket. Still already you have the differentiation through our degree program, but you need to grab that opportunity. You need to build up from that and develop your career. Okay, now you saw the figures. So if you want to, this is a minimum, but if you have more certification, if you have more brands in your CV, if you have more professional exams, you can go anywhere you want. Okay, so questions.